Call Law Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. I am not a member of Great Millstone, yet I've entered into their labors. Peace, mercy, and blessing to the sincere brothers and sisters who are doing this, whatever your lot is, wherever you may be. This will be a quick one. I'm I'm actually driving, so I'm in transit. But something was on my mind as I was going back over. I made it a point to try to read the Torah, so go over just the first 5 books, because all the scriptures are important, of course, all of them are important, but the Torah is pretty much the foundation. It was written by Moses, and it is abridged because there are a lot more things that happen, good and bad, probably, that happen, but this is the foundation of the understanding, why we were cast away, how we got the land, how we lost the land, all of that. Then it lines up with secular history. It talks about the curses. Again, how many times we've gone off, and that's the point I kind of hone in on, because it is high time, especially those of the hopeful elect, that we're getting it right this time, and that we ought to strive to get things right. And I was reading this, and there's other accounts. So you have manna that fell from heaven, and niggas complain. When I read this, you can get it. I like to compare NLT and the KJV, just to get a complete grasp of what I'm reading, just to make sure I'm reading, or my understanding is as I think it is, according to the Spirit, of course. And when you read this is our people. You can see it. And they were, did the Lord pull us out of Egypt just to take us just to kill us in this forest, and just complaining. Manna came, heavenly bread fell down, all right, in the dew. And they found a way to complain. The Lord was a pillar. What am I trying to say? He was a cloud by day, a pillar of fire by night. They complained. And then they were scared. As you move into 15, they were scared to go into the land. The other 10 tribes gave that false report, and Joshua and Caleb gave the correct report as far as scoping out the land to basically take it from our enemies, because that was our inheritance. And they chickened out. After all the miracles that they've seen, they still decided they were comfortable in their folly. And you can compare that to basically niggas here today, because the Lord can deliver all of Israel if he wanted to. But I guarantee you, if he pulled us out of Babylon the Great, out of America, all of Israel, and he can rain down food from heaven, niggas will talk about how they miss eating shrimp. They think shrimp is a damn delicacy. That's our people. And there's no way, if you have the Spirit, that if you read this word, you can't see that is our people, from the so-called Negro to the so-called Latino to the Native American, so-called Native American. Because our people have a way about them. Now, if it was put in Esau to be obedient, he would. If he was given it, he would be obedient. That's why he's the one crying out against the things that are going on right now. And our people are just, stick my arm out. You got to give him time. You got to give Master Biden time to do what he need to do. They'll make excuses. They won't want to leave. They'll be comfortable right here in their folly, being oppressed. They have no kingdom rulership, no kingdom mindset. And when you try to tell them who they are and that the Lord loves them, the first thing that they run to, what about white men? This my brother too. Slave ass niggas. That's why they can't come. They're not going to make it. And we ought to all be doing our damnness not to fall into that spirit of that foolishness. They have no fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. They have no respect. They do as they want. They do as thou wilt spirit that they got from their master, their daddy Esau. They get that from him. They hold on to that, and that is their God. Their own belly is their God. And don't think for 1 second, because remember the scriptures say you make yourself a prey when you do away from sin. Roughly paraphrase it, because I'm driving. You make yourself a prey, when you try to do right, when you try to live accordingly. You're going to stand out. You already stand out. You walk a certain way. Your spirit speaks before you walk into a room, or when you walk into a room, your spirit speaks. People know. They may not say anything, but they know. They feel it. Because I see it even now, and I'm at the workplace, and I see folks I don't know. It's right, they'll put their head down. I'll walk looking straight ahead, look at them and everything, and they'll put their head down. But that's the spirit. That ain't got nothing to do with me or us. That's the spirit, and we ought to keep that in remembrance. That we are where we are, not by will alone, but by Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Keep that mindset. Keep pushing. That's it. Shalom.